the people that you bring out as your foreman, they help us along with that process and give us some other ideas, and it ends up being some added features that we didn't think of ourselves. And we're really glad you guys have the experience. You guys knew what you were doing, you'd done them before, and we just thought, this is the way we want to go. We had so much success with you the previous project, and the high quality of product that you guys deliver. I think we've been real happy with, I know we've been real happy with both your projects. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate your work that you do for us.
Kind of tell me about how what made you decide to put this backyard patio space in, and then maybe you could talk a little bit about how you decided to put in the putting green as well.
Sure. Yeah, we can start with the previous year. We had this space actually where we're sitting right now that had a prior use, and it had been a koi pond, and it was just not very functional for us, and it wasn't something that we wanted to continue to use. It was really high maintenance, and so it pretty much sat as an unused area for a long time. And we talked about many different options, and decided this would be a great place for a little patio of this type. So we brought out a couple of different companies to give us a bid, and you guys came out and really had some good creative ideas for us, and it was just more enjoyable, and it was easy to that you build trust into what you were telling us that we were going to do and what it was going to look like when we were done. And in fact, we liked what the original discussion was around, but it even got better once the job started. And the foreman you had on that job that year was really a good guy, and brought new enhancements to the whole concept. And in fact, said, we really should add this back wall to it, and a few other ideas. So again, it was just something that developed as we were going through the process, and it turned out great. We've been really happy with it. So that was the first project we did with you. We were very happy with that. And so, then we have been enjoying this. And then we said, let's do some more. In fact, my wife, Nancy, came up with the idea of, we had just been down to Palm Desert. We like to get down there a couple times a year, and we see a lot of people having these putting greens in their backyard, and I enjoy golfing, our friends enjoy it, and we thought, what a great concept to take up an area that again was just unused in our backyard. It was just some really large bushes and trees, and some were starting to die off, and we knew we'd have a lot of time and expense to replace all that. So we thought we would go down a different avenue, and that would be to put in a putting green. And again, we brought you guys out. We talked to a couple of other companies about it as well, but we could just tell, and again, we gained the confidence that you guys knew what you were doing, you'd done them before, and we just thought, this is the way we want to go. We had so much success with you the previous project that we thought, let's not gamble on something that's unknown. Let's go with a proven concept, and that's you guys. So we did that.
Well, thank you. And if you were to kind of put maybe an order of importance when you were looking at the different contractors specifically, what quality traits or what things were valuable to you that helped you decide to move forward with us?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of give me those in order, what you were looking at.
Well, yeah, I can very easily do that, because the primary thing, first of all, I mean, it's always can be about price. So we didn't want it to be a crazy price. We didn't really know what this was going to cost us. But we had a couple people come out that were actually probably on the lower end, but we had no confidence in what they were telling us or their history of success in doing a project like this. So the priority for me is, if we're going to do it, if this is going to be the focal point of our backyard, we want it to be first class, and we want it to look really nice and be a quality project. And again, based on what we had with you the first project, we knew we were going to get that again this time. So that's the number one thing. Again, if it's the focal point, let's make sure it's done right and looks really good.
You said you like to entertain. Has this changed the way you entertain, or has it changed the way you can entertain?
Oh, yeah, no, we've already had some friends over and enjoying it. But in fact, we have a big function tomorrow where there's going to be a lot of people here, and we know it's going to get a lot of use, and it'll be a lot of fun for the people that we have over. So, yeah, it will change the way that first of all, the first project here will be a big focal point to be out here and just relaxing. And since it's adjoined to the putting green's adjoined to this, it's just going to be natural that we get up and use that as well.
Yep. If you were to give maybe a must-have, like if you look at, because you kind of had almost everything that we offer for a service in some respective form. You've had a patio, you've had a wall, you've had lights, you've had artificial turf. And those are some of the biggest things that we promote.
Good.
Which of those would you say would be must-haves for almost every backyard to put in there, or things that you really love that you added?
Yeah, we have other patio areas on the house that are usable and been very functional for us. However, when you have a space that just kind of calls for having something that is enjoyable as this one is, I'd say that's what people should be doing, is taking advantage of whatever gives them the most fun and enjoyment in their yard. And then if you can add something like the putting green, man, do that too, because it's when you're entertaining, it's always fun to have something to break up the afternoon or the evening and do something a little more fun and maybe challenging and competitive, and bring some fun into the conversation. So but I would say this patio area is number one, but I know the putting green is going to get as much or even more use.
So as far as setting expectations for other people that maybe would have Sta-Built come out there and do a project for them, what expectations would you express to them so they would know this is what you could kind of expect throughout the process?
Yeah. Well, what I think we've found is that just the whole comprehensive description and understanding of what's going to happen and what the project's going to entail, what the timing is going to be, what the materials are, what to expect when you're done. And I think that you guys certainly followed through with that completely. And what's nice is, again, the people that you bring out as your foreman, they help us along with that process and give us some other ideas, and it ends up being some added features that we didn't think of ourselves. And we're really glad you guys have the experience of doing these in probably hundreds and thousands of different homes. So we lean on you for those kinds of ideas and suggestions. Likewise, even on the putting green, you had a really good foreman there as well. And as he described everything that was going to happen every day that he showed up. If we had any questions about it or any suggestions on maybe this, that, or the other, he was open to that. And that was really nice to be able to work with people that is not just focused on what they want to do, but you guys are customer focused to make sure we're getting what we want.
Was there any specific challenges or obstacles that came up during the process of the job? And if so, how did we overcome that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I look at my wife and she says no. Also, I don't think there was really much obstacle. Again, because there was just open communication on the whole process, and so if there was not really an obstacle, but something that we might want to tweak, or that your people made suggestions on, we just discussed them and decided yes or no, and we would move forward or not. So no, I think the open communication avoided any real big obstacles.
How important is having our workmanship warranty to you?
That's always important because again, these were you know, we've not had a patio of this type before, and you know, we want to make sure that we're getting the use out of it and understanding how the stone all fits together and sustains itself, and likewise on the putting green. These are new things that we haven't had before. So yeah, we appreciate, number one, the workmanship we're getting up front, but then that guarantee as well. So no, it's very important to us.
Awesome. Would there be anything that you, as a general experience or feedback that you could give me as the CEO to try to perfect us as a business that we could do better, that maybe other people should know too, that we're something maybe we're working on?
Yeah, you know, and I think your people already do this now, but to make sure that you're getting, as your folks and your sales team is discussing with future customers, that it's not all about price. It's about what are you going to get for your price? What do you, and the high quality of product that you guys deliver. You know, I think we've been real happy with, I know we've been real happy with both your projects. And again, they were not the cheapest. They weren't the highest. They weren't the cheapest, but they were certainly the highest quality. And I think that that's the message that your customers need to keep hearing, is the quality that you're going to bring to the job.
So if you give me 3 words to describe Sta-Built, what 3 words could you describe us in?
Well, gosh, I think that what we were just talking about, one is quality. One is creativity in bringing projects to us that we weren't sure what they were going to look like. In fact, your people did the design on these projects. We didn't. We had an idea of what we wanted, but your creativity there. So quality, creativity, and yeah, I don't know, just cooperation. I think communication, cooperation were key words for what we did with your team.
When we were, after you signed a contract, do you remember on the very first and the second project, kind of the timelines it took before we were out here?
Relatively quick, and we weren't sure how that was going to work, because you know, we knew we were catching you in probably spring, late spring, and I know that that's starting to get peak season for you guys. But the timeline worked out pretty well. It was, I think, both within a week or two, a couple weeks maybe on the golf, on the putting green, but relatively quick. Certainly better than what we expected.
From me to you, it means a lot to work for somebody that gives us business, extends their trust to us. Means even a lot more to do repeat business, and that means a lot that you've given us a second opportunity, and I think there's a third opportunity in the works.
There is that.
Yeah.
We're going to have you back out here soon, hopefully. So you got more for you.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Tom. I appreciate it, and we look forward to continue this relationship together down the road.
We certainly look forward to it, and we can give credit to my wife Nancy for the great idea of putting that putting green in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, Nancy.
So anyway, yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah,
appreciate your work that you do for us.